Congressman Trey Radel announcing he's resigning from Congress after being arrested for cocaine possession last year. The Florida Republican's resignation comes after he was caught buying 3.5 grams of cocaine from an undercover officer. WSJ congressional reporter Michael Crittenden joins us from Washington with more. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Sarah, how's it going?
So he went to rehab, he apologized, he came back. I mean, usually that's when you kind of restart your political career if you're a member of Congress. Why is he resigning instead?
I mean, obviously, no one's taking the Lindsay Lohan approach where you can just keep, going through that cycle. There's a lot of questions surrounding that. A couple of the ethics organizations here, ethics watchdogs here in Washington, are suggesting it was a good way to curtail the House Ethics Committee look into the arrest. In addition, he was going to face a lot of Republican challengers, challengers from his own party in a primary this year. So I think he probably looked ahead and didn't see a lot of good things on the horizon.
All right, let's talk about that investigation from the House Ethics Committee. It effectively goes away now, but how rare is it that they were actually going to look into this in the first place?
Well, anytime a member of Congress gets arrested, I mean, it's why they're there. It's sort of the malfeasance and any troublemaking by our Congress critters here. They look into it. There's no guarantee the investigation goes away. Talking to folks say it sounds like it likely is to go away. That's what happened with Jesse Jackson Jr. When he was arrested, and it's likely to go away, and this sort of puts an end to it.
All right, we've seen a lot of departures this year, mainly retirements, though. We've got, Michelle Bachmann, Tom Coburn, Spencer Baucus. What does this resignation add to the mix, and what's going to happen to his seat?
Well, it's just, his district is very safe Republican for the most part. What it does is set off probably a pretty fierce Republican primary. They're actually going to have a special election. Florida governor and the Secretary of State's office are trying to figure out when that will be. Looking at local clips from the Naples-Fort Myers area, some of the potential candidates are already sniping back and forth. I feel like it's just another seat in play, but it's likely to stay Republican. So, if anything, it's a good footnote for that race. But we're always going to have retirements. It's an election year. You're going to see lots of them. It's just not often. It's because someone tried to buy drugs from a undercover officer in the DuPont Circle neighborhood.
So here's the thing that's interesting to me about this scandal is we've seen plenty of politicos over the year get caught in not this kind of scandal, but their own. We had Anthony Weiner and Eliot Spitzer, and both of them basically tried to stage a comeback. So, look into your crystal ball a little bit for me. Do you think we're going to see a Trey Radel comeback?
Listen, these days, it's not like it used to be, 40, 50 years ago, where if you had, there was such thing as a career-ending gaffe or a career-ending imbroglio such as this. These days, people can reinvent themselves. We've seen that in the age of social media and the way things move these days. There's definitely a possibility for anyone. The guy has acknowledged that he had his issues. He had some demons, including alcoholism, that he was trying to deal with in rehab. So, I think it's unknown. He's a former journalist and radio talk show host. So, there's probably various avenues. But these days in politics, it's hard to argue that you're ever really cut off from running for political office again.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Mike Crittenden, thanks for joining us.